Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got an awesome video, and actually a good question as to, I'm thinking about it, getting the Vampire, but then I want to see, is the Daring better than the Vampire or vice versa? So I kind of want to see what your thoughts are. Again, appreciate all those that are supporting the channel. Please like, subscribe, bell button if you'd like to support us. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and I can't thank you enough for all those that support us, the fans, the fun, and just people sailing ships, shooting ships, and having a great time and building the community at the same time. So the age-old question is, we got the Research Bureau, or Steel, I think actually it's Research Bureau, and Research Bureau Vampire. Is it worth it? I'm wondering, is it better than the Daring? And if you look at it, Vampire is kind of similar to the Daring in all shapes and forms, but it just the differences are maybe in, you know, the torpedoes, the gun power. So I just want to analyze it, and this video kind of demonstrates some of the, I would say, capabilities of the Daring. If you guys don't know what it is, a Daring is a Tech 10 or Tier 10 Tech Tree destroyer for the British line, and the Vampire is for the, I believe it's called Commonwealth or whatever it is, like the Australia version of the Daring, kind of, if you will. And I'm definitely going to get the Vampire because it's coming up where I can actually reset the Research Bureau and get double points. If you guys haven't figured that out, look up videos about it. I did, and ooh, look at this. Look at this shot on the Petro here, and ooh, the conga line of torpedoes, and boom, RIP First Bloody. And we've got the Petra out of the game. Taking a Petra at the beginning of the game is always a plus, and there you have it. There's one of the demonstrations of the firepower of the Daring right there, with these conga line single launch torpedoes, which you can launch literally in a straight line if you want to. And they look really funny, but it works, you know, especially for those that are bow-in tanking. I think those torpedoes are great. Now, on the Vampire, you really only get like one set of those torpedoes, but you get 5 of them, but the difference is they go a little bit longer. I believe they go up to 12 kilometers. These Daring torpedoes only go about 10. Now, what you're seeing right here is the demonstration of the gun power that I really like. I like gunboat DDs, and what we're doing right now is kiting away, and we are in our smoke, and we're really just kind of firing. Now we're spotted, I believe, because once you see, yeah, we're in our smoke. Once you see the little symbol of the gun, Fearless Brawler, pop up down in the bottom middle there, you know that means I'm spotted. That means that perk is kicking in, and I'm shooting a little faster, about 10%. But right now, I think the reload on this thing is pretty darn good for what it does. I mean, and here's another bow-in ship, so we're just going to launch them right there. And now, again, I don't use really the marker as much. I use the marker to determine where that ship is, you know, the thrust vector is going towards, if you will. But I kind of just still launch torpedoes in a direction where I want to threat avoid. I want to make sure this battleship doesn't turn down this corridor, this lane. And obviously he's not, so he's going to run away right there. But I'm going to take as many fires as I can. I'm going to keep shooting. And look at the reload on these guns. The guns, I built it around right now behind smoke about 2.5 seconds-ish. The Vampire, I believe, if you build it down to a full gunboat build, you can really get that reload down to less than 2 seconds. So, I mean, that's the difference there, I think, on why I'm getting the Vampire, because I like gunpower. I mean, right now you're seeing I'm getting about the perk kicking in 2.1 seconds roughly, and I like it. The 2.1 seconds is not bad. Getting another half second faster DPM on the Vampire may be okay, but again, let me know what you think. I think it's the Daring does a great job for what it can do right now. It just gets an extra set of torpedoes, and the gun reload's bearable. It's not, I don't know if that half second would really benefit much. Maybe a little bit more DPM, but honestly, it's almost negligible during a game. I mean, shooting more and faster doesn't seem to be like all the, you know, game changer right now. But I am aware they're going to this Montana down, and you can see there's some just little chips of damage here and there, and the Daring does a great job of starting fires. The really bread and butter is the smoke. I like the hit and run tactics of the Daring because it allows you to do this. It allows you to really pop smoke on demand. They only last a few, like a short period of time, about, let's say 30 seconds-ish, somewhere around there. But you get a lot of them. You get about 6 or 7 of them if you build for Superintendent. And you also get them a quick reload. Look, they're already reloading in less than a minute. So that's the one good side about it. The Vampire does this same tactic, except it uses crawling smoke. They last about 2 minutes plus, but the issue is that the Vampire smokes reload pretty long. So you have to do, I think you have to wait about 2.5 minutes for it to reload. So that is maybe the pros and cons of that ship right there, but I do like these quick smokes. They're allowing me to do what I'm doing right now, which is you know, pop smoke, fire, forget, and move on. Next target. Now look at the single torpedo action here. So I'm using the marker to figure out where is he going. I'll launch one there. I'll launch a couple at this corner here because that other battleship may come in. Or that Montana may want to turn back to the right and avoid these torpedoes or avoid the enemy altogether. So I like the single torpedoes because you can launch them like single shells or bullets, that is. Just like, hey, I want one there, I want one there, I want one there. And now we're going to start again another fire on the Montana if we can. And let him burn down because he probably used his damage con already. And let's see if we can get one. I don't know if we got one. Yep, oh, he's almost dead anyway. So look at the gunpowder on this boat. And the other cool thing is look at the heal pop up. And I'm going to heal right back again. I mean, the daring with the heals, I think, allows you to make mistakes. It gives you that advantage of, hey, I made a mistake, let me re-heal and come back. Ooh, look at these single torps. Like I said, if that Montana parks in a spot where, hey, I think he's going to be around that corner and high, which most people do, it's all about knowing what your enemy is going to do. If you were him, where would you go? And that's the coolest thing to do, is understand your enemy so you can understand the threat. And there we get another torpedo, and we're just going to burn this Montana down. Look at that gunpowder and the firepower. And can we secure this kill? Takes a shot at us. Man, these Montana guns are pretty accurate. Boom! And we are in our smoke again. Again, beautiful thing about the smoke, it gives you that concealment that's for hit and run tactics. And look, we still got 3 more ready to go. So the other aspect, again, is the heals like I was talking about. Vampire does not get heals. So it doesn't really protect you from making mistakes or reward you for making mistakes or reward you for, you know, like I said, just being a good DD player and being like teeth sunk in the floor, going at it full speed, attacking and pressing the enemy. The daring allows you to do that. The vampire, on the other hand, has more of a quiet finesse, but also you got to be very, very cautious about what you're doing, especially if you're in a smoke that you can't jump out of like I did right here with the daring. If I don't need the rest of my smoke, I can just get out of it, get out of dodge, right? The vampire, although it has the crawling smoke that follows you everywhere, at a crawl about 1/4 speed, it'll follow you around at 1/4 speed. The problem is it's following you around at 1/4 speed. So you're kind of like in this little fog. And if someone, God forbid, has radar, I mean, you are literally a sitting duck and you need somebody to spot for you, or you are literally being radared in your own smoke and you're just going to get farmed to death. So there's pros and cons about it. I mean, for the type of gameplay that I like to play, it's more of this, I think more of this daring style. I like to go in and actually control the battlefield. I think that's what is so powerful about the DDs, is the fact that you actually control a majority of the outcome of the battle. Because have you noticed, like, when you lose all your DDs at the beginning of the battle, you seem to lose most of the time? It always seems to be the case, is the rest of your team is complaining, hey, where are the DDs? Why aren't you spotting? Why aren't you capping? It seems like, man, the DD has like every single role known to man. I mean, you got to spot, went back in the day when there were submarines in the game. You got to go try to depth charge them. You got to be gunboat. You also got to provide smoke. You also got to be the guy with the torpedoes that can do a little bit more, I would say significant damage with torpedoes. You also got to be the one spotting everybody. Oh, and by the way, did I forget to mention, you got to go be capping and trying to win the game for everybody. So that is the biggest thing, and especially the spotting aspect, because right now, if you don't have somebody spotting, then it's very difficult for the ships in the back, the battleships and everything that have long-range guns, to be hitting people without anybody spotting. Because like the other battleships or cruisers can be outside of their spotting range, and nobody's up front spotting for them, or because the cool thing is about destroyers, they have low concealment. Low concealment allows you to spot further in the distance while remaining hidden. Just like I'm doing right now, I'm hidden, nobody can see me, and I can spot in distance. Now, I actually chased down the Shimakaze, one shot in the air, and oh, missed. Man, I thought I had a one shot, and boom, RIP, and we sink the Shimakaze. Great is a tool for RPF, and also here's another tactic. Anytime you kill a destroyer, especially a Shimakaze, a torpedo boat, keep going straight at it for at least a few seconds so that you see these torpedoes coming at you. I've made the mistake of shooting somebody, killing, and then turning, presenting broadside, and oh, there comes torpedoes, and I die. So there's a great tip and tactic for you right there, just to understand about destroyer gameplay as well as destroyer hunter gameplay. If you are a fan of hunting DDs, that is one of the tips I recommend right there. Is anytime you kill a destroyer, wait at least 5 seconds and watch for torpedoes, especially because at least nosing in gives you the maneuverability and the slim profile to avoid being just slapped in the face with a torpedo or mini torpedoes. because I made the mistake, like I said, showing broadside, turning too early, and oh my gosh, I forgot they launched torpedoes. And especially if you see a destroyer not shooting at you, which means they're probably aiming at you with torps, and they're gonna try to torp you as kind of a last-ditch effort to kill you. But anyway, 3 kills down, 185,000 damage. That is incredible for a destroyer to have that much damage with 1 million potential, and there's only about 12 minutes left in the game. I mean, that just shows you the firepower of the daring and the capabilities that it provides. I mean, I really like the gameplay, the style of the daring. It really gives you versatility, speed, concealment, gun power. I mean, the guns on this thing are ridiculous, especially 3 turrets are better than 2. And when you build a really good gunboat build, you really can get these down to, you know, a really good 2-second reload, which is pretty good. With AR kicking in, it's really awesome. I like gunboats. I love the gunfire, gunpower, and everything. Heading towards the Napoli here. Again, Napoli is so difficult to kill. I mean, I can't take this on by myself. I'm going to need some help. Another cool thing is you can build, I have my other Cunningham, British commander. He is actually built for gun range. So I could actually get these guns out to maybe about 14 and a half clicks or so to get that extra firepower, that range, so you can stay and keep your distance, get a good standoff. But right now, not really building. This commander build is more for gun firepower, DPM, you know, maximizing reload the best I can. And you can just see how hard it is to kill a Napoli. He's got 50 millimeters. I don't know, we're all over this thing or whatever. You notice I'm getting a lot of non-penetrations right there because my guns only penetrate about, I believe it's 19 or 21 millimeters, but you notice, look at this. The Napoli is like literally just coated and painted in like armor. I only get 1 penetration off of that. Most of the, now I gotta switch to AP and see if we can get anything. Man, it's still non-pens. Now we're getting some pens, but a lot of ricochets. Man, I'm telling you, the Napoli is really hard to kill. So they get 1,000 there at least. And I mean, you're gonna have to switch to AP for this thing. And the AP on the Daring Destroyer is awesome, by the way. It's really, really good. British AP, phenomenal. Switch to it when you can, when you see broadsides like this. Torpedoes miss a little bit because he just speeds away. And do we get 1? No, we don't. So Bupkis, and we lose gun. That cuts our DPM in about 1/3 there, and we're going to run away. So again, you have to also realize you got to pick your battles. If you can't really fight this on your own, there's no harm in actually turning away, regroup, and reset and figure out how can I re-attack this situation. Again, he's behind his smoke. He won't be able to see me, so I'm going to take the free shots. Here's this free damage. Switching to HE again to see if we can start a fire on this thing. Man, this I'm telling you, the Napoli is a beast. It is literally like a turtle with a shell on it where you're just like lobbing stuff and they just keep bouncing off. I mean, this guy is made of just armor. There, we got to start a fire. I don't care how much armor you have, fires start, you know, kill everything. So let's see if we can get any more damn. Oh, he sees us now, and the guns on this thing are pretty darn accurate. Let me see if it hits me. Nope, he missed us with 1 gun in the back. And finally, Montana gets him. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh, we're at 206,000 damage, but the game is still in the hands of the enemy. We are only at a 1 ship advantage, and the RPF is showing that we got the Holland in front of us. So let's see if we can remove the Holland to help out our team, because that would help the Charlie side of the map if the incomparable Montana will push that way. While I have my other Montana, and who else is playing the Grosavoy, who is also a gunboat as well, but again, I'm not going to leave it up to my team alone. We have to work together as a team. RPF is showing in this direction, so we're going to head straight at the Holland. I know I can definitely beat the Holland if my aim is good, because the Holland, although it has only 2 sets of guns, it is a quick fire, a reload rate, and it is a quick gunboat if the player can aim accurately. Now, I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to head straight at him, continue to maintain this slim profile. It's harder to hit a destroyer coming at you with a small profile than being broadside. So that's what I normally do, my tactic there. I'm actually debating, he's probably got more health than me, because again, Holland has a lot of heals, so I'm going to go ahead and maintain a distance at a standoff. I know where he's at. He's somewhere in this middle of B cap right here by this island, using for cover. And again, I'm using my other ships to spot distance, because I know the Grosavoy can spot at that distance if he was on the other side of the island. Since he's not, I know and the RPF is showing he's right there. I'm using all my, tools to my advantage to figure out where is exactly this Holland, and I think he's literally right there behind the island in the middle, south of it. So we're going to continue heading towards it, kiting in, giving me the ability to run away or spot. There he is. So I knew exactly where he was at, so I'm going to start aiming and firing at him, getting as much damage as I can. Again, these guns are incredible. Did I say that enough? We're knocking out his engine torpedo. He's smart. He didn't fire. Now, that's a very great tactic as well. do not fire, and you will actually go outside my your concealment, if you will, or my detection range, and actually go hidden, which is better than shooting back. I think that's a great tactic right there. I pop smoke because I think the issue is that the other guys are seeing me, and I I have nobody spotting for me as well, so I gotta basically spot the rest of my team behind the island. That's what I love about the daring. I made a mistake right there. Someone Hindenburg's looking at me. He got a lot of guns, and Holland is also out spotting me. So you got to have that smoke ready when you need it, so you can actually get out of a bad situation right there. Again, I'm out of heals, which means whatever HP I have left right now, I have to conserve and make sure I got to use it to the most of my advantage. I'm going to have to use it all for this Holland right now because he has more HP than me, and he's got fast torpedoes, which I got to keep an eye out for. Hydro is up to make sure I can spot those torpedoes at a distance, so we're going to slowly cap and see if we can draw them back in, because if they don't come back in, they're going to lose the game if they don't hold the cap. So that's why I like domination. It forces players to do things they normally wouldn't do. So we're going to force him to come back towards us. Now we're going to hold right here, keep spotting the Hindenburg for our other team. Hopefully he'll get blapped, and that cap reset because someone got hit. And there we go. And we see he's spotted. We'll go ahead and switch, and actually we'll hold a HE right here. Look at that. He's got a little bit more health than me, but look at these guns. These guns do some serious damage. We're going to hold off on the damage count right now. Whoop, I lost the gun. I got a damage count right there. And we're going to pop smoke, get out of a bad situation because we're almost dead. Again, did I tell you this guy is fast guns if you aim correctly? And boom, we get him. And we're holding smoke. And hopefully, can we hold it together? Oh, last shot gets us. But, man, did we do some damage right there. Now, hopefully, do we have enough time to win this thing? Do we have enough time? Oh my gosh. Where's the rest of my team? Oh my gosh. See, like I said, didn't I tell you that the game could literally flip at any moment? Don't just rely on your team. Rely on your positioning to assist the team, but you never know when you're in situations like this where you could lose. And people are like, I cannot believe this is happening. And oh my gosh, there it is. The end of the game. It is a sad sight to see, but hey guys, we did our best. We tried. Can't carry the team enough alone with just 4 kills. It is a team effort, but we did our best. But man, it just shows you the firepower, the capabilities of the daring. We almost had this if we could just hold on, but you know what? It was still a fun game. A lot of fun in it. But again, I appreciate all those subscribed and like the channel, supporting the channel on our way to 500 again. Again, if you got any issues or comments, let me know in the comment section below, and appreciate all the support. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.